Hi, I'm Nicole Carson, and this is my reflection vlog over the informative presentation. To answer the first question, I found that the purpose of this speech was to research the topic that you found interesting and to present about it with credible and reliable sources to cite. The second answer to the question would be, going to this speech presentation, I was confident in my topic and the details that I had in order to research it and back it up and defend it, so which helped in the long run because it prolongs and helps the presentation and help your audience believe you and know that it is true information that you are presenting. For the third question, I experienced speaker anxiety only because I waited until the last minute to do it. If I would have done it earlier, I don't think this would have been a problem, but since I did, since it was so last minute. The fourth question, my technology allowed me to do everything that was required for the presentation. I felt that it did work out perfectly. I had no issues with it. It was easy. I set it up. It was good. So there's that. And for the fifth question, throughout the strategies, I felt more comfortable with my introduction and the thesis. I never have a problem getting started with a presentation. It's always just kind of making sure that it organized well throughout the body, it makes sense, it flows, and then I just conclude it again at the end. So it's always starting and ending is fine. Somewhere in the middle is where I get caught up, and I just have to figure out what needs to be said, making sure it flows properly. For the sixth question, when developing the speech, I thought at first they wouldn't understand the topic or even like it, but as soon as I started researching it, I'm like, okay, I understand it. This is interesting to me, so maybe they'll find it interesting, something that they didn't know about, that it was curious to them and they wanted to find out more about it. So I took it like that, and hopefully they did understand it and like it as much as I did. The seventh question, in my speech, I followed the outline and the details to back up the information. What didn't work best was how routine the speech became. It just kind of was repetitive and was over and over again. And in the future, I definitely can improve on more stories to connect with the audience, more personal stories that will help the audience understand more at a realistic level than just telling what it is, here it is, how it happened, just other than details, more real life stories and events that can connect with the audience. And then the last question, question 8, I found that in chapter 2 on page 38, it involves speech anxiety. It gives examples on how relaxation techniques can help for people. There are many techniques that you can use to help and prevent speaker anxiety that could work, and you can find one that works best for you. There are some breathing techniques that are provided that could potentially help you and prepare you for the next speaking adventures in the long run. So there's my 8 questions and answers over the reflection vlog.